And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the news. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
To throw on 3rd down, Knight. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
When you're in man coverage, you have to hold the top. You become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play. That's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A give to Kamara running right. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Knight. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Knight. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Prescott. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. They find some open field here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DeAndre Swift, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Knight. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Knight. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Texans. Amari Cooper, 38 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw this time. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 125 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side, Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. First down, and they go with Swift again. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Once again, it's Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? They'll run with Swift. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jags are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A final shot before break. Knight. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Prescott. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Knight. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw on 3rd down, Knight. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
To throw on 2nd down, Knight buying time to, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Amari Cooper, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Throwing, Prescott.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 29. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
190 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Swift going to try up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for, and it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Here's Swift. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On the handoff, this is Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept them in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They'll try it now with Swift. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Caught by Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They run out of the gun with Swift. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Wow, 204 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then,